Hi everyone, it's me again. I'm Alan. So today we will continue our discussion with Harvey Ng, who is a bachelor student majoring in computer science in Columbia University, an Ivy League school. I bet many of the students would love to know like the learning style, teaching style, the lifestyle in the Columbia University. So let's say hi to Harvey. Hi Harvey.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, how are you today?
Oh, I'm feeling fantastic. It's
Yes,
snowing outside.
it's snowing
It's
now.
quite good. Yeah, it's
It's
quite good.
Oh, but by the way, how the COVID situation there?
The COVID situation, I think it's getting better and better.
Right.
People are starting to eat at a restaurant, and the the number of cases start to decrease.
Mm.
And I think most, I wouldn't say most, but at least at my school at Columbia University, all of us have at least 3 shot for
Uh-huh.
vaccination. And yeah, we have
How about in New
regular.
York? How about New York? The proportion of people got vaccinated.
I'm not so sure. I didn't have the statistics on my hand, but
Okay.
I feel like they have at least 1 to 2 shot at least,
Mm.
because you need a vaccine card to enter certain types of restaurants,
Mm.
malls. So I think they will have at least 1 to 2 vaccine.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm. So, okay. So I believe that the amount of people that got vaccinated will be more than in Hong Kong. So
Hmm.
any fun experience about this COVID, about this vaccination there? Actually, I heard of a story before from you.
Uh, oh yeah, the funny story. Well, that is not exactly a funny story. Well, what I was saying is that the New York government will provide an incentive for people to get the vaccination, the booster shot of the
Uh-huh.
vaccination, where they will provide 100 USD, which is around 800 Hong Kong dollars, for people who take the vaccination within a period of time.
Mm.
And I believe normal people would go to take the vaccination shot because of that amount of money, because it's quite good actually. I'm not saying that people should take vaccination shot only because of the
Uh-huh. Of the
money,
money,
but
yeah.
yeah, of course it is just a bonus. But
Mm.
still, it did provide the incentive for people to
Yeah,
get a vaccination
that
shot.
is true. So are your courses right now online or physical, like face-to-face lessons?
We have, well, primarily we are face-to-face in-person course,
Oh.
while we can also go hybrid, but the term hybrid meaning what some students can attend the course on Zoom, some students can attend a course in person, but most of the cases we recommend in-person course rather than having the Zoom. Those Zoom courses are only for students who got positive cases, who
Mm.
got any sort of reasons that could attend the in-person class. Yeah, that
Mm.
is actually that is very considerate because they won't fall behind of the study schedule, but still they can
Mm.
attend a course without risking everyone in the exposure of COVID.
Mm.
So I think that is a
Mm.
good way.
Any special precautionary measures has been adopted in your university?
Yes, we have random testing for students.
Mm.
We have to, of course, we have to put on our mask,
Mm.
but sometimes we need to go to test for COVID, and it is for free. The university will sponsor us for the testing, and they have a testing site for us. And also, we need to do the daily thing. I forgot the official name of it, but what
Mm.
it is we need to testify that we are okay, and then we'll get some sort of a green pass so that we can go into some buildings. But it is completely
Oh.
voluntary, so you can just do it by yourself. It is not a very, yeah.
Mm.
So basically, all the students should have a green pass.
So far, do you have you made any career plan for yourself? Like, will you actually want to stay more after the graduation, or would you like to uh, move away?
Uh, as a computer science student, of course, I would like to explore my options to staying in the US
Mm,
because, as everyone knows, US have a very large base of tech companies.
mm,
The Silicon Valleys, the Bay Area, those
mm,
five tech firms, FANG, and
mm,
also, yeah, a lot of opportunities. So I plan to gain more experience in the US first, and especially we are from this STEM courses,
mm,
STEM, STEM.
mm, mm,
So we will have some privileges for those of you who would like to work in the US.
mm.
After graduation, you can apply something called the OPT, Optical Practical Training, Optional Practical Training. I forgot the full
Mm.
name of it, but
Right,
the short
right.
form is OPT, where you will have 2 years that you can work in the US, that you don't need a working visa because you have an OPT. But for normal majors, you just only have 1 year. But for the STEM majors, you will have 2 or more years. That's why you have a time period for you to find an actual full-time job. But with that being said, it is very competitive to find a technological position in the US.
Mm,
Especially people here are very, very intelligent.
mm. It is it difficult to find a part-time job there, other than the work placement?
Part-time job, basically you couldn't find any part-time job. You are limited in the US, you're only limited to work for 20 hours on campus. On campus
On
meaning
campus.
doing some positions that offered by your university, on campus working experiences, 20 hours per week maximum, because they are very strict for students who are not local, who are not US
Mm,
citizens to work outside. So you only have 20 hours per week to work on
mm,
campus. So that is a tough thing to make. Some students might want to find some part-time jobs to help them to reduce the cost,
right.
but I don't think that is workable in the US.
Not even like in the other restaurants, like in the city restaurants.
Well, no, I don't think so, because the tuition fee in the US is generally higher than other countries. And the
Mm.
fact that you you are not allowed to work outside school if you're an international student.
Oh,
So actually you cannot find a restaurant to work in.
right.
And
Mm.
just think of it, if you work on campus, you won't gain a lot by that. So why don't you focus on a study? And but I don't discourage people to find part-time jobs in on
Mm.
campus, but we can work for summer internships. It is just sort of an OPT, like what I
Mm.
mentioned, some sort of
Yeah.
special training. For that, the salary is a lot higher. Then
Mm.
we can cover our costs. So you can find summer internships, but part-time job depends on your personal preference.
Mm. Okay. So, the last part of this episode, I would like to ask something about making friends. So you mentioned that like networking, making friends is really important um, while studying abroad. But those
Yeah.
for some students, they might be a bit quiet or a bit more introverts. So how do you think this? How do you think what is the best way for them to start to come out from this comfort zone? Or have you met any this kind of challenges to make friends in New York?
Yeah, that is a good question. First of all, I would like those students who plan to study abroad abandon the concept um, of the introvert. Like,
Mm,
there is no such thing as introvert in the US.
mm,
You just need to take the first step. If you're there to take the first step, then you'll be fine. What means by the first step is that universities or other institutions they will give you an orientation week. They will give you an orientation week where you can just join some activities, just random activities, so basic orientation, walking around the campus, those kind of stuff. And along the way, you will meet some friends, no matter how introvert you are. Because people have a culture here. They used to introduce themselves, no matter it is a stranger, no matter who you are, they will introduce yourself. And then you should adapt the culture to introduce yourself as well. So if you take this first step, then you can do many things. You can do many things. There's no such thing as introvert, as long as you talk, at least introduce yourself in some way. And usually the orientation week will give you a lot of opportunities to explore what you want to do and what you like to do, and just try to join those activities in the orientation week. Just try to pick those you like and then join. And the part where making friends, the university is so diverse. There are a lot of types of people. If you are those quiet, study, those kind of people, then you can find your own group of friends eventually. There will always be some type of similar, the friends of similar type. So no worries, you just need to take the first leap of faith, and then you cater all those stuff. But what I want to say is that to those of you who would like to study abroad, don't waste the opportunity to study. Just try to use this opportunity to meet more friends, meet more people in order to help your future career. Because as I said, people here not only can study well, they can also play well and meet a lot of people. Expanding the network is one of the things that you need to do here. It's not because you need to meet friends for like finding a job, but it is a social skills that you need to pick up at school.
Yeah.
This is what you need to learn at school. So no matter how introvert you are, just try to take the first leap of faith. There will always opportunity for you to meet some new friends.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. Well, meeting friends is not just about like finding a jobs in the future, but meeting friends, because in the same generation, these students, you will be in the same stage. So these people are going in a few years later, you will be actually working together in the same society, in the same stage of like a performance stage. So why not to make friends with them, and that might have a lot of more opportunities for you in the business wise, career wise, or in the family wise as well. So a lot of things that you might be interact with them in the future. So make sure you have quite a tight bonding.
And add one more thing to that. The main point of meeting new people is exchanging ideas, broaden your horizon. That is the main thing. You will realize how narrow you are if you meet some new people and exchange ideas. I think that is one of the major takeaways if you study abroad.
Right. So last question, just a word of advice, as I usually ask my my guest speakers. So what is the one word of advice you would like to recommend to the students, to the audience?
I would recommend adventurous, be adventurous. Just think out of the box, abandon everything that you knew. Try to learn some new stuff. Try to think out of the box, work out of the box. Just try to adapt to the new culture. And I think for those of you try to study abroad, you have an advantage of merging the culture that you originally have, no matter you're from Hong Kong or international school whatsoever, and merging those culture with the location where you will study abroad. And that would combine to a new culture that will give you a great advantage compared to the others. So yeah, be adventurous, think out of the box, abandon everything you knew.
Great. Very good advice to be adventurous. This is the very first step for the students who would like to study abroad, to come out from their comfort zone. So being adventurous, be proactive, like to what you are going to learn, what you're going to explore in a new life. So I think this is indeed really important for them to learn. So thank you so much, Harvey. and I wish you all the best in your career, and enjoy all the studies with your friends, and have a really good assignments, examinations. Everything will go well. So thank you so much, Harvey. And
Thank
next time
you.
we will have another new guest speaker to meet. So please stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.
See
Bye
ya.
bye.